Welcome back to the Dirty Diamond channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Be sure to like the video, leave a comment down below. Really need to see some more comments from you guys. Let us know what you think of the videos, suggestions, if there's realistic video ideas that we could do for you guys, whether it be for entertainment or just solely something that you truly would like to know and you want us to do a video on it. Leave a comment down below. If it's within my means and I can do it, I will do it. Appreciate all you new faces to the channel. We've got a lot of new subscribers the last couple days. Looks like promoting this air dog giveaway is really helping grow the channel a lot, and can't wait for one of you guys to win this air dog so we can talk with you a little bit and learn about your truck. So anyways, without further ado, we are going to be working on the blue truck tonight, Mason's truck, and we are going to paint the engine bay on it. He's on the way over currently, and it's a Wednesday night, and we're going to bedline the insides of the fenders and the firewall and just try to get all that stuff cleaned up and ready. And then we are going to pick up the new motor tomorrow night. So I'll probably bring you guys along with us for that, but it won't be very entertaining. We'll just be driving very far away and then picking it up and driving home and then going to work the next day. So, we may bring you guys along, record a little bit of that. I think that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, that's the good stuff. Truck bed coating. Dang, you got 4 cans to play with? We're gonna have some left over to do the other stuff. We got plenty. Probably won't even use a full can. I'll be surprised if we use a full can on this. Huh? Yeah, there's other stuff that we're gonna have to paint. So we are gonna just go ahead and dive right into this. Alright guys, we got the first, I think it's probably going to be the only coat we're going to put on this thing of bedliner on. It looks really freaking good. Don't mind us holding cardboard up and just going along the edges. It's strictly because we're professionals and we don't get overspray on anything. Mason wasn't wiping anything off over there, don't worry about that. But anyways, got it all painted up. Looks really freaking good. I'll get some light out here in a minute once it all dries up and give you guys a good walk around once it starts to dry, because some spots look wetter than other because it's still drying. But we got it looking pretty freaking good. But be back in a second. thank Ford Cummins, if you're watching. It was you that inspired Mason to cut the hole in his hand. Appreciate it. It's really not even that noticeable in your face. Where you have Skylar's cab. So we're just going to take Skylar's cab and cut a bigger hole out than what's already there. Okay, so we have access. We're thinking about, we're going to be finishing the inside of the cab soon, and starting to do our wiring. So while we're right here, there's these two holes. There's actually several holes. I think we're going to try to fill these big ones. We're going to weld a plate in on them just so that way there's not exhaust smoke coming in through them. And yeah, we're just going to use like that piece we cut out. We'll cut a section out of it. The hole would have made sense to do that before we painted the outside of the firewall, but nothing a little touch up can't fix. So Mason's going to hold a piece of cardboard in here. I'm going to trace that, and we will just cut it out of this piece a little bit bigger, and then we could weld that in. May probably do that hole as well, because if you guys look, so here's, just so you have a visualization, here's your cowl. If you look up in there, that's outside daylight, so we're thinking we can run our wires that go to the engine through the cowl right there. Try to keep everything real clean so there's no wires going into the firewall randomly. It'll just simply be mounted right there. So we are going to weld all these up. So Mason's going to sit on the inside. You got that Sharpie? I'll take this big Sharpie here. Try to get up in here without touching anything. And we'll trace the first one real quick. And we'll just make the hole barely larger than this one. There's the first one done. There's that one, and then there's another little circle down here. Might as well do it. Maybe we won't cut it out though, just yet, in case we need to put some wires through there. We'll see. But we can go ahead and cut those out, and then we can fill our holes in, so that way he doesn't have exhaust smoke coming in the cab. All right, I'm gifting Mason something because I'm not going to need him. All right, you can turn around. That's something less you have to buy. I don't need it right now, and we need it on this. So pull it out of the box. I think I've showed it to him once. It's an eBay special, like 20-inch fan. No, it's not that big. Maybe it's a 16. But it has little mounts on here that we can just put it directly on. You just go through the radiator. You don't have to make a shroud. It just literally goes through the fins of the radiator. It doesn't have a thermostat or anything, but we'll just put it on key on power. Or not key on power, but we'll put it on its own toggle switch. So that's one less thing out of the way. Don't want to be robbing that horsepower with that mechanical fan, you know, because I'm sure it makes a huge difference. So we did get these little plates here cut out, and I know they're not the greatest, but they are going to work. Just put them over there, and then about to weld them in. Get that all ground down, and then probably just be able to, won't really need anything to weld these ones in. Just kind of do a little side-to-side action with the wire welder, fill those in. And we're probably going to leave this one open for now because we may use that. I may have a rubber grommet that will fit that perfectly. So we may use that for maybe some wire, maybe even, I guess, starters on the other side. We'll find a use for that. We may just run all the wiring through that. It's going to have such a limited amount of wiring that literally maybe all we need is just that little hole. But nevertheless, we'll find out. All right, guys. It really didn't even screw up the outside of this that bad. It turned the color of the bed liner, but we just touched it up real quick. And we have our holes filled now. Got it all ground down, filled that big hole in. We're gonna leave these 3 holes. Probably use this one right here for the wiring, and then these 3. We're gonna have a plate, like a little piece of aluminum, come off, and we're gonna put rubber isolators to take the vibration away, and mount the anteater controller box. That way it's not just getting the absolute crap vibrated out of it. And yeah, we'll mount that right there. Super excited to get this these switch panels and everything. I'm just so excited for the race car stuff, like the cool switches and everything. And guys, we were talking about running a Edge CTS monitor, but we have 3 matching gauges here. We have 60 psi boost, trans temp, and pyro, and they were all functional on the truck. So we're probably just gonna get a matching fuel pressure gauge for this, and then a universal tachometer like the one I have in the Cummins. And that's the only gauges we're gonna have other than oil pressure and coolant, which we can get those matching as well. We were gonna do the Edge CTS, but it's like $1,000 by the time you buy everything to make it work for this vehicle, for this truck, given that it does not have an OBD2 port. So we're gonna probably just use those gauges, and I figure if we need to data log on our P-pump truck, we can basically, we could just mount those gauges in a sense that we can just point a GoPro at it and hit record before the pass. So, and then you'll just be able to look at the gauges and see what it does. So that's probably what we're gonna do there. Anyways, that is gonna wrap it up for tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and just bring you guys along, because I know the video hasn't been long enough tonight. I'm gonna bring you guys along to go about 2.5 hours north of here to pick up an engine, new engine for the truck. So it'll be tomorrow for us, but right now for you guys. Up the new motor, heading back. Up to get some food. I got me some Taco Bell. Bailey's got a whole platter, a chicken platter up here. We still got about 2 hours left. Gonna be a late one. Guys, I just got home. They've been here obviously working for quite some time now. Looks like Mason has his engine pretty much tore down all the way. Got the engine wiring harness off of it, and Bailey is pulling the transmission out of his truck. I feel like we say that stuff a lot. I feel like we say that all the time. He's pulling this transmission out. I don't know. Anyways, Bailey's gonna do a full rebuild on his 48 in his truck. It's getting pretty weak, and we're gonna put new clutches in it. He's got the torque converter out of the Cummins he's gonna put in it. He's got a brand new flat out diesel valve body we're gonna put in it. So, and a billet input shaft. So it's gonna be pretty good 600 horsepower transmission. And Mason is just working on getting his motor cleaned up. We're gonna get it cleaned up real nice and primer it, and then hit it with spray paint. Should look pretty good. We're gonna really go into detail cleaning this thing up and make it really, really nice. So without further ado, probably help Bailey get this trans out real quick, and then once that's out, we'll probably start the tear down process, but I don't know, we'll just have to see. This will be like a whole weekend thing by the time we get his transmission done. But he at least wanted to get it out today and tore down. Alright guys, we got the transmission completely tore down. We got everything, all of our parts over here. This case is completely stripped to nothing. So we're going to pressure wash it real quick, get it nice and clean, and then go through, change all of our clutches and seals, and then we will put it back together. So for now, we're just going to start pressure washing this thing, get it nice and clean. Alright guys, we got Bailey's transmission all tore down, cleaned, and it's ready for reassembly. We just have to go through and change our clutch packs. We have to put new clutches and steels and these drums and everything. Pretty much everything's blown out, nice clean and dry, brake cleaned. Everything's nice and clean. So we're really just in the reassembly process at this point. Got her all tore down pretty quick. We got Mason's motor over here. This is the motor we picked up last night. Just got most of the parts stripped off of it. Just getting it cleaned up real good, trying to get all this grime and stuff off of it, and just get her cleaned up real good, really. We're gonna paint it, show you what kind of paint we're gonna use. We're gonna primer it. We have some flame-proof primer, rated for 2,000 degrees. And then we have this anodized, kind of like a metallic looking blue, and it's rated for 500 degrees. So obviously on the head, probably going to get a little discoloration there, but I'm not really worried about it. Alright guys, it's late. We got the motor all cleaned up here. Gonna do a little bit more cleaning on it tomorrow, and then we will be ready to paint her up, give her sweet paint job, and start assembling the motor with all new seals and everything, and just painting stuff as we go. But we'll get the block painted and then just start bolting parts on it, painting as we go. So I'm gonna go inside, edit this video for you guys, and we will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, you have a chance to win an Eardog 165 4G giveaway. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a heads up right now. Once we do hit 1,000, I will announce it in the video after we hit 1,000. You'll basically have to you have to comment your name. Once you comment your name, that's the easiest way I'm gonna be able to do it. You're gonna comment your Instagram name, and I will basically just write your name down, put your name in a random generator. I was gonna do it off Instagram DMing, but I don't want to take a chance of losing someone. So YouTube, you're gonna have to comment on a video your Instagram name. We will enter you, and then we will randomly draw someone. This will be the video after we hit 1,000. I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't want it to be like a couple day gap between when we do. So just be on the lookout for it. We'll see you guys on the next one.